Alright, so the third in my three-part series on the Marder 38T. This, I've actually had quite a few different replays. I've clocked over 200 games in this thing in a week and a half. But most of the games are pretty much the same thing. You see the enemy, you shoot the enemy, you keep doing that over and over again. You end up about twice as much damage as everyone else, a handful of kills, sometimes a medal. It looks good on paper, but gameplay-wise, it's kind of boring. Then I have occasionally games like this where something really awesome happens where, okay, I might die at the end of it, but just going down in flames looks pretty good in this thing. And keep in mind, this thing is paper thin, only about 15 mil of armor on the gun shield. Everything that's fired at it, ever created in the game of World of Tanks, will pen it in this. I think even the Panzer IIJ will pen if it's 22 mil of pen on its gun. So, whenever on this map, there's basically 3 lanes, well technically 4. One on the left, one on the right, there's the bridge, and I guess you could call it the low center lane, the one that goes through the lake. Bridge is usually a camp fest. No one ever goes along it because there's someone on the other side camping, which is what I'm doing. So, at this stage, I'm looking over. I'm prepared to, at any moment, I'm prepared to basically turn and go over and support that very left flank that you can see. I know there are issues over there. Or they're going to be issues anyway. We've got one heavy though, so it should be okay. No one appearing yet. So now, I can see there's at least one heavy over there, and we've already lost one on the left side. We've got a KV-1. They also have a KV-1, and now they have a VK-30-01H as well. And now, also a BDR G1B. So all 3 of the enemy heavies are on the left flank. That's not good. They've also got some good tank destroyers and other tanks in general. They've got a Panzer IIIA. I know there's an M4. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's a Marder 38T. So left side looks like it's got the capacity to fall down. I'm assuming the bridge and the right side flanks should be fine. They've both got heavies. This side though,
we didn't penetrate their armor.
That shot just goes a little bit wide, bounce off the side of the 30-01H, but start putting shots in there. There we go, put the 30-01H on fire, and then get a really nice roll of damage on him and finish him off. So there's 1 kill, and a good lot of damage. That shot here, I'm going for the, I'm aiming for the weak spots, but just, the gun just doesn't, oh there we go, 1 weak spot hit. So this stage I decided I gotta do things here. I can't just have shots bouncing all the time, so switch to gold. Careful of the rocks. There's the KV-1 again. Alright, so... and use a gold shell for that and miss it, ironically.
Gotcha.
Alright, so finish him off. Sustain HP, and here we go. Size of a Hetzer. He turns slightly. Doesn't have the gun.
They're knocked out.
There we go. Doesn't have the gun traverse, is what I'm trying to say. To actually shoot me. Hetzers have a big problem shooting to the left of them. The gun primarily traverses to the right. So I know there's an M4 and a KV-1 coming around behind me. And there's the M4. I take his tracks out, and he takes my track out. I decide I don't want to really sit there. So I use my repair kit. I fix my tracks, but now I've got a damaged engine. Damaged engine, of course, means slow traverse. And the T-49 driver, obviously not looking where he's going because he's looking back towards the KV-1.
Enemy is hit. Got him.
He runs into me, but I take out the KV-1 after the KV-1's taken him out. Alright, so now there's a G1 on one side, G1B, and a Marder 38T, who gets a shot into me. Now the chassis of the dead M4 is kind of protecting me here, so I'm a bit lucky. But unfortunately,
Enemy armor is hit.
and I get really lucky there. That shot really should have killed me, but instead it took my tracks off.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And unfortunately,
We're done for.
the
Everyone get
38T
out.
takes me out. But the key note is that originally that left flank looked like it was going to fall down. We had one heavy there, they had three. They also had a majority of their team there, some good tank destroyers and various other things. I went there to back it up, and around me all the friendlies fell over and died, and I still managed to come out of it basically leaving one enemy alive on one shot, and you'll see what happens here. There he goes. So, I got 6 kills there, did 1,884 damage, probably got some good spotting damage in as well, but basically I held up that flank, prevented them going around into our cap, and meanwhile the lack of enemies on the top side of the map, on the right flank, was taken care of by our other heavy, who then capped and won the game. So, that's pretty much what you can do in that tank, even when you're put into a tough situation. If you know what you're doing, you can just, as Jingles says, you can sell your soul for as dear as possible.